Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hi, Joanne. I don't know. Can you hear me? And can you see me? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. How are you? I look when I'm talking. I look down at the where your name is and where your question is. That's why I always look that way. Thank you, Joanne. That's sweet. Well, hello, my bestie, the best bus driver ever. I swear, if I ever have to be on a struggle bus, that is the one I want to be on. It's like fun. Has everybody joined on that bus yet? Well, oh, thank you, Angie. I would say you look and sound beautiful too, but I'm positive that you do, but I can't see you or hear you. I know it's huge, right? You can see me a mile away. When I was younger, we lived on Long Island for a while in New York, and on our block there was a some bikers that moved in, and they were actually really nice. There was one who I never knew his real name, but he kind of took me under his wing as a young kid to protect, and he always called me the only name I ever knew him by was Mad Dog. So Mad Dog always called me Sunshine, and I thought, well, I've never had anybody say that. And one day I asked him, I go, how come you always call me Sunshine? And he said, because you always have that smile on, and I can see it a mile away, and it just is like like something like it's like sunshine. It's sunshine on a gloomy day. So that was my name for a while. That's funny. It's funny the memories that we get when we hear things. Not today. So Angie, what do you mean not today? So sorry. I went off again. So crazy ride. Um, no struggle bus today. Well, that's good. I got on here right away too. I was pretty impressed with myself, and I was literally running shy on time. I'm gonna click something off here. Um, Remember to guard your privacy. Oh, there's like a big block of something that I have to read, and I don't know how to click it off. I'm afraid that I'll turn the whole video off if I try to shut it down. So is anyone working on any special holiday projects, or are you finished? I'm not finished. We do have somebody who joined the drawing this time, Lori, and I think her last name is Jenkins. I don't normally write the last names down, but it's in the chat thing. She doesn't know how to do the chat on videos, so she sent me an email. So I want to make sure I get her in the. So I wanted to make sure I got her in the drawing, but I don't know if she'll be on the live. So I don't know if she knows how to get on here. Denise says she's always working on something, right? Yeah, that's true, right? Or multiple things. And Joanne, you're doing a December daily junk journal. Oh, so you're already, are you like decorating it? Do you decorate it as you go? Well, I guess you, I mean, I know you put your information in, but do you already have it set and then you decorate kind of as you go with the days, or do you build it as you go through the December? Hi, Deb. How are you? So Deb, you just scored a big lace haul. Is that what you just said recently, right? That you went to the thrift store? Good, good. That's good to hear. That you're good. We were in Spokane, was it a week ago? And there was an estate sale, and we didn't go. We didn't go. I was really proud of us. So Joanne says she made the junk journal last year, and she's just been adding tags and little papers to the journal on each day. Oh, how nice! That is something that I do want to do. Maybe it won't be a December daily. Maybe it'll be just a random month daily. I don't know, but I want to do something like that someday. So my father-in-law, he had, I think I just kind of briefly mentioned this. I don't even remember everything I said. He had a bilateral stroke, and he was actually very lucky because he all his motor skills are there. He's got a lot of memory loss, but all his functions are well. He can talk. He can, do all the normal things. But he does have a lot of memory loss. But he's doing well, and he's home now, so that's good. That's why we were in Spokane. We did had a last minute trip. It can be any month, Joanne says. Yes, right, that's true. It can. It can just be whatever happens. They are, and Denise says they're never ending. I always want to add just one more. Are you talking about like in the book or like a project? Or is it both? And you did one for for our birthday month. Oh, that's right, you did. You told us about that. Was that fun? Yes, I agree, Denise. I hope it does all come back to him. I was like I was not being like like facetious bratty, just kind of like funny bratty, I think. So there was a time where I wasn't like a favorite of my in-laws at all. Um, and just to give you a little brief thing, I am 3 years older than my husband, which is not a lot. However, when we met, he was only 19. So, they've got their young son and they want him to go do all these things. And he met me. Oh, well. So, and then the rest is history, like over 30 years later, So but, anyways, they like me now. I would even think, I would even say that they love me. So, but it wasn't always that way. So when I heard he had this memory loss, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was so sad and like worried, and all these different things were happening when I heard about the stroke, heard about the memory loss, and then I thought, oh no, what if he goes back to where he didn't like me? Well, that's gonna be tough. Hi, Elena. FEF, how are you? Oh my gosh, Elena, how are you feeling? Tomorrow's the big day, isn't it? I feel like we can talk about it because you said it in a chat. So if you don't want me to talk about it, then give me a stop sign. Nervous? I bet I was so nervous about mine too. But I'm telling you, when I walked out of there, I thought, I don't even know why I was nervous. It was the easiest thing in the world. Like, I think I'm more nervous about deciding what flavor ice cream I want now. I mean, if I think back, I like how easy that was. Thanks, Joanne. Me too. I know he recognizes me. So when we went to the hospital, or to the rehab center where he was at, he recognized. I can tell that I looked familiar to him, but he wasn't 100% sure. And then the next day, he knew who I was. But I think my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law might have like was educating him. My sister-in-law, she flew in from Texas, and what she did was so wonderful. She went on and stole all the children, all of his kids and his grandkids, all of our families photos from our Facebook profiles, and she created a lookbook. And so when she showed up, she went through the picture. So she did it by her families and how they were linked together for him. So that was pretty cool. Yes, I agree with Denise. Elena, it's going to be fine. And they do one eye at a time, right? Are you doing both eyes or just one? I know. It's so easy for us to say, don't worry, but I worry all the time too. I worried about getting on here today. So, like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. And I was hoping that I was going to know when I got on here before I got stuck with that weird face. Like, do you remember that one picture? I'm like, I don't know how to change it. Yes, lots and lots of prayers to you, Elena. We are lifting you high, sister. It's going to be fine. And oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Like, I honestly don't think anybody can truly explain the difference that you see. And it's not just seeing things that are bright. It's almost like sometimes, I don't know, it's hard to explain because I didn't realize how much I wasn't seeing until I could see. That's the best way I can describe it. I kept telling my husband, I wish I could just like take pictures with my eyes, like blink, 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 and show people how brilliant I compared to the before and the after of what I was seeing. Yep, that's true. That's right. Denise says just to you, Elena, just imagine this time tomorrow you'll be praising the miracle. Yep. And Elena says one at a time. Okay, one tomorrow, and then the other one's on the 8th of January. Can't wait to see our colors the right way. I know it's I can't I actually went back and looked at some of the things. I was like, I wonder what I actually put together on a few of these things. Oh, thank you. Denise says she hasn't called anyone a hoe yet, right? Nope, not yet. But we are waiting. So I want to make sure that I have everybody that wants to be in the drawing because I know not everybody always wants to be in the drawing, and so I don't want to pressure you to take my junk off my hands. I mean, I kind of do, but I mean, I don't want to pressure you. But sometimes I'm a little confusing in the way I say things or put things forward. So I just want to make sure I have the all the ladies who and any men if they're already here. I don't think there are any here that want to be in the drawing. So I'm going to go through my names real quick. And if you don't see or see your name or hear me say it, I have a hair. Hold on. Something's happening here. Give me just a quick second. It's going to keep doing it because I have like those crazy hairs. There. It's gone. Not have to worry about it anymore. All right. So if I don't say your name, let me know. Maybe like give me an emoji that's just if you have access to any emoji will do. Just let me see the emoji if you do not hear your name, okay? And you want it in there. I have Joanne. And I have Winoma. And I know not everybody's here. So Denise says this is so fun. I think so too. I love this part. I look forward to this. I have Elena and Barb. I have Kat. Oh, I'm even getting a little bit better with this camera. I probably just jinxed myself. Here's our friend Lori. And I'm going to try and see if she wants me to help her learn how to comment, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to. Sometimes I can help people and sometimes I confuse people. Angie. And Denise. All right. Those are all the entries I have. So if you wanted to be entered but and thought you were, let me know by sending me an emoji and I'll put your name in there. And so I'm moving everything around. I have no idea what I did with my glass crystal bowl. So I've got my cool I don't know if the color is coming through because of the bright light, but it's pink. It's a soft pink. It's a Stetson. Is it Melmac? Melmac dinnerware? I don't even cook. I don't even decorate my house in pink, but I found this dish and then two other little dishes that go with this, like side where you can put your sides and two sides at a thrift store. And I had to get them from the. I had to get them, so they went and ended up in my craft room. They're not in my kitchen. And then okay, La Gypsy 68. Yes, I have you. I have you in here. So let me see. Okay. But I guess I need to get them in. I need to get you guys in the bowl. All right. So Denise and, oh, sorry, I'm using my tongue. I don't have any little thing over here. What did I just throw in there? Oops, Angie. I wonder if I could put this on my keyboard without hitting keys. Okay. Oh, there I go, mumbling again. All right. I should have done it this way, Lori. I'm gonna fold them down more because they're not like closing up in my. So, I send stuff. I was talking about how I send stuff to the kids all the time. Here's Kat. Um, and so their birthdays, they go out, throughout the year, their little birthday thing. And I have this envelope, one of those 6x9 envelopes. Oh, nope, that's fine. I'm telling you, we think alike. um, there's Barb. So I sent the Halloween stuff all out, so that goes per family to the house, and then but one of the families, they had a birthday the next day after Halloween, and so the Halloween stuff got there. They never said anything about their birthday, but they had said that thanks for the Halloween stuff. Well, a couple of days later, not a couple of days later, a couple of days ago, I received one of those envelopes back in my mail, and it says it was undeliverable, and I thought, what? Like, you literally just delivered the Halloween stuff. Why couldn't you deliver the birthday card? Well, in those cards, I also put a bag of Skittles in all of them. And now, so far, all the kids, all the ones I've mailed, they have successfully made it to their destination. But this one did not. And the only thing I can think of is that it was smushed, and some of the Skittles, like, you can see, like, there's like a coloring that came through the package. So I'm wondering if they thought, like, oh, there's something in here, we can't deliver this. That must be it. So I'm thinking, Joanne, there you are. And then so anyways, it's sitting on my table, and yesterday I was like, I gotta figure out what's going on, and it felt so flat, like it didn't feel like Skittles anymore. So I opened it up, yeah, and they were smushed. So I was like, well, now what am I gonna do? I have these smushed Skittles. So I ate them. I gotta go buy another bag of Skittles and a little bit better packaging and resend that out to her. Okay. Um, thought you asked us. Oh, we want it in. Is it, how cold is it where you are? I don't even know what our temperatures are right now. I just know they are very cold. And we had a lot of fog. And people were burning, so there was like smoke, and then the fog was thick. Oh, it was horrible. I'm gonna go look at my weather. I can figure it out. All right. Today we are 37 degrees. It's actually, it doesn't feel like it's that cold though. It's like a damp cold today. Joanne says it's really cold where she's at too. 30 degrees, and it was 60 yesterday. That's crazy. Oh, I'm sending lots of healing thoughts your way. All right, let's see. I'm just going to pull them out like this one. There's one, and then we'll open them up. Two, whoops, three, four, five, and six. Okay. Elena says she hopes you feel better. Joanne says, take care and get well soon, Angie. Yes, we all wish that for you. Aw, she says, thanks a bunch. You're welcome. I know everybody can read, but do you like me to let you guys know what you're saying? I don't ever know if I'm doing it right. The first video I watched when we were doing this, I was like answering everybody, but I never said anybody's name, and I thought, wow, that was really confusing. You're welcome. You're welcome, Joanne. All right. Cat, number 2. Winoma, number 3. I feel like Winoma's like the luckiest person. She wins a lot, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, thank you, Joanne. She says she thinks I'm a great hostess. You should have been at the one party I actually did at my house where right when it started, I I went sliding through the kitchen on olive oil all the way down the kitchen, and it's like is that called a galley when it's like a dead end? Thank God it was a dead end. I hit the wall. I did this. I sort of did the splits. One leg went straight out, and one leg was like bent behind me, but I was like split. This was this was it last year? Yeah, it was in 2022. So my uh my very best sister friend. She's not my blood sister, but Brienne, she's the one that we were up at her cabin. She had to take over being the hostess for me at my party. And I was actually hosting it as a gift to her. Kind of not a gift, but like she does so much stuff for me. So I wanted to do this big thing for her. It was. Like I went flying. Oh my gosh. And then we have Denise, number 4. I ended up having a tiny little fracture, but not a big. I know it was dinner and a show, and I was on the ground, and then so of course it's women, so I've got my sister-in-law and who else was there? There's like 2 or 3. They're just like boom on top of me, and I'm still on the floor, and I'm like I'm assessing, where's the pain? Can I move? Like what kind of position am I in? Because it was the weirdest, crazy position. I think one of the grandkids came in and one of the little ones, and they seen my sister-in-law. I bent over me and I was on the ground. That's all they seen. And I remember hearing one of the littles say, "What did you do to my Bella?" Oh, look, Lori won. Yay. Lori said she's been watching forever and she never comments because she doesn't really know how to do the commenting. So I'm excited that she won something. I don't know that she's watching this because I don't know if she knows how to do all this thing, as I am not that. I'm learning, as I go. Uh, That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I'm short. That's all I can say. And then Angie. Okay, well, hopefully this makes you feel better. Hi, Ryan, everyone. My sweet Ryan is watching. This is one of my grandgirls. Aw, gosh, I just make my heart happy. Oh, and Ryan, I never texted you back, but Opa said yes. If you want to come back with us after Christmas, yes, and we can take you back home. But we have to make sure your parents know about our plan. So Ryan is my sweet little grandgirl, one of many. She is. Let me think. Oh my gosh. 14, 15, 16. Ryan, you're 13, right? You're gonna be 14 in a few months, but you're 13, correct? But I do know for a fact she is a twin. Aw. Ryan, my friends are saying hi. Do you see them? Thank you, Angie. And she says, your Bella is the best. I talk about my friends a lot, don't I, Ryan? I know, isn't it pretty? Thank you. Denise says you have a beautiful name. Oh, she's fast. Ryan is the one that taught me how to take the volume out so that I can do a voiceover. So maybe if she's able to come again, she can teach me a few more things. See, Ryan, we are real. We are. I tell everybody, I'm like, my friends are real. My friend Brienne, Brian knows Brienne, so she teases me. She knows my friends are real, but she teases me. She's like, oh, Sandra, what was she saying? Oh yeah, oh sorry, you guys didn't understand her. She was talking about her real friends, and I was like, that's right. Yes, we need help with the fast texting and the typos. Yes, Denise needs help with her typos with texting, Ryan. So I know I said I was only going to do the 6, but there's only 8 entries. How can I not? How can I leave 2 people out? So I don't have full paper packs, but I feel like I just want to send something also. I can't help myself, you guys. I really just can't help it. I gotta send something to Elena. So because you were in the bucket, I'm gonna send a little something. And if you and to Barb also. And if you don't want it or can use it, then just pass it along. I'm totally okay with that. I'm Ryan, autocorrect. We don't have time for autocorrect. We can barely get the texting out. Autocorrect takes more time. So I said that I had a bunch of napkins, my Christmas napkins. So I had way back when I thought, oh, I'm gonna put napkin packs together like I did in the springtime, and I was gonna put them in the Kofi store. But my gosh, I'm telling you, when there's no space, literally to set something out, I would try to figure out what I'm gonna put together, but I can't just put one thing. I have to make at least multiples so I can list it in case more than one person wants it. Then I gotta figure out where I'm gonna stick it and not forget it, and so I can package it. And then I have to have a place to do the packaging. So I'm really happy about my new space. Yay, I'm so happy. Alina says, congratulations, everyone, and thank you. Denise, you're sweet too. My sweet, sweet friends. Oh my gosh. No, she doesn't know your autocorrect story yet. I'll have to share that with her when she comes. Oh, and Angie, so Salt Life Gypsy, Ryan, Angie, she says autocorrect is her enemy and makes up words. It does, it makes up words for me too. It was trying to make me, I was literally writing like you are sweet. Say that. I was saying that you are sweet, but I said you're sweet. And autocorrect tried to make me put no apostrophe. What's up with that? Is that like a new language, Ryan? Uh, Ryan, did you know how us elderly folks are with technology? Hopeless. That's from Joanne. Joanne and I are the same age. And so Ryan can attest, I'm sure she can attest that I'm 10 years old. Most of the time. I'm still 10. Oh, don't thank for me or put words in my text mouth. I know. They do that, don't they? I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's apostrophe RE. Ryan says, yes, she is. I'm never gonna grow up. And nobody can make me. Except when it's bedtime and I'm like, okay, it's like 8 o'clock. I have to go to bed. Okay, I've never seen the YOOR. Is that a type? Yes, about the bedtime naps. Tupo. Oh, I wanted to also say while we're on here, I had my little note. I was taking notes. I'm like, I want to make sure I talk about these things, and I forgot it somewhere upstairs. But I really want to do the live crafting. I really, really do. I think that would be fun, at least to try. But I was watching several of them, and the one thing that they all have in common is that they have somebody there helping to read the comments because that's part of the live hangout, right? Is to chat, is to craft and chat. But um, I wouldn't be crafting if I was reading everything and chatting. I don't. I think it would be kind of like this. Like you guys can all craft right now if you want to. Who is crafting? Is anybody crafting right now? No worries, Joanne. I'm so glad that you were here. Have fun with whatever you're doing. Hopefully, it's fun stuff, not work. Ryan says she'll help. Yes, and Denise says it sounds like a job for Ryan. Ryan, would you be able to do it like from where you like if you weren't here at my house? Oh, somebody sent up a bunch of hearts for that. How come it doesn't show me that? See, I'm still learning. Oh, I was like trying to scroll with my laptop. My laptop is so old. Um, yeah, that didn't work. It doesn't. It's not a touchscreen. Joanne says fun stuff. Bye, bye, Joanne. Mwah. Ryan says she'll have to have a look into it. Maybe we can. I'll show you a couple of things when you're here that I have learned. Merry Christmas, Joanne, from Denise, and from me, and from everybody probably. Happy holidays. Whatever it is that you celebrate, your life, we celebrate your life. Yeah, so I looked at a few of them. So some of them are like little like pictures of different people that were joining in. Some were just, um, and that was the other thing too. Like I was looking at, I see some where it's just like you could look at what I'm crafting. Like I would just be talking, you could hear me, and I would be crafting along with you. Or there's the ones where I would have to learn this. I'm sure I could. I mean, I've learned all of this so far. I'm sure I could learn more. But where they put a picture, like a picture of you in the thing, I want to say who did I used to watch do that? Was it Nick the Booksmith? Has anybody ever heard of Nick the Booksmith? She was one of the first ladies that I was watching in the very, 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 very beginning, before I even did anything. Um, Before I even started making journals or crafting, or I thought, oh, I need to craft room again. um, and I think it was her. She had her picture, so you can see her talking, and then you can see her working. Or do you find that distracting? You love Nick, Denise? I know, isn't she? She's pretty awesome. You're at a you're at a baby shower, so you have to go, and you'll talk to me later. That's what Ryan says. I love you. I love you, Ryan. I love you so much. Mwah, mwah. Call me tonight if you can. I love you. FaceTime me. Andrew, you watch Nick also? You know what? It's funny that I'm talking about that right now because I honestly haven't watched. I have not really watched any YouTube in a long time. I'm getting bits and pieces. I think with my new schedule, which I'm gonna, it's like I have a love hate relationship right now with my new schedule. Hate that I'm not hanging out with my friends every day because I miss that. But the love part is that I'm having time to get a few other things done that are needed, like you know, paperwork, financial stuff. I was like, you know, you don't do it. It doesn't have to be done all the time, but it's easier to do when it has to be done if you stay steady on it. That kind of paperwork. So, um, it's nice to have that time to get that stuff done and to do it. I'm a morning thinker. You know, once I'm telling you, once it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm done. I'm like, I don't care how many vitamins and supplements I take or what I take or how I change it. I'm done. When she does her mysteries. So, are you talking about Nick? She does. So, I haven't seen it in a long time. I need to go check her out. There's a reason why her name came up. So, really been a minute, and it's funny because like as I've been watching YouTube, like there's I have subscribed to so many channels, and I love a lot of them. And then I try to go through and be like, who have I not been watching? So I want to make sure that they're like in my top thing. I wish we could organize it more. Like this is who I like to watch. Some people only post once a week or twice a week. Like I wish I could. I wish YouTube would allow us to, or at least me. That's what I want to do. I want to organize it so that I know, like, oh, I'm gonna go do this on this day or this on this day and watch these, and I want to save these ones over to here. Yeah, I like to organize. She tells real life murder. She has been doing that. I did not know that. I would like that. I mean, I have to be in the mood for it. I was listening to one of those was it mysteries and makeup things for I was listening to one of those for a while, and I want to say it was Bailey something Bailey. Anyways, and although I would like to listen to the stories, I found that I was not crafting, and I think it had to do with the mood because a lot of it was well, it's murder stories and mysteries, so it's like a lot of it can get really deep and dark, and I get really my emotions. I flow right into the emotion, and I don't. I've never been able to really control that. So, um, yes, Sarian, yes, and so I have to be like I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna kind of hang out. I might just be like writing, or just free drawing, but nothing. I can't really focus on things. I think I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. So anyway, all that to say, I haven't been listening to him that often anymore because I've been doing so much more crafting that and making things. So I now that I think is Ryan gone, is she gone? I was like, isn't that funny? I was gonna show you guys what I'm doing for Christmas, and then I thought, well, I left it over on that table for the kids, and so I didn't bring. I thought, oh, I'll just leave it over there, and then I was thinking that I just hop over there and grab it, but then Ryan popped on here. I was like, oh no, so glad I didn't do that. I don't know if I should. I'm like, I don't know. And is she really on here? Is she gonna come back and check? So let's see. My daughter-in-law Ashley, she was telling me about another gal that she likes to watch and listen to that does the murder mysteries. I don't know if she does anything else with it or if she just does like a podcast thing, but the what was it? She said there's she goes, I love this gal and I love how she tells the stories. I love the stories, but there's one little thing. It's like a little quirky thing for my daughter-in-law. She's like, I don't know why, but when she says or when she does this one thing, it just drives me crazy. She goes, but I really love listening to her, and I can't think of the girl's name or what she does. Oh, my daughter-in-law's gonna be like, why would you do this? But I have to share. Yes, Denise says I admire the multitasking of young peeps. I know. I'm like, I don't know how I ever did that before. Um, But the girl, she goes, when she tells the stories, she says, she goes, quote, end quote, or something like that. She does a quote, end quote. And I told my daughter in law, I was like, so I went to listen. I was like, what is she doing? Like, is she not doing it in the right way? So I listened to this person. I cannot think of who she is. And I loved it. I mean, her story, like her storytelling was great. Her voice was great. Um, and all that. And Janice goes, I can't talk. I can't walk and chew gum. Well, I you know what? That really is not easy. um, they, but I was listening to her and she said the end quote and the quote end quote, and I told my daughter and I go, it made perfect sense to me though because she was literally quoting something that somebody said, so that's what she was doing it for. My daughter goes, I know, but she doesn't have to say it. It's just driving me crazy. I told her I go probably like me always so and so. Elena goes, the only thing she can do while making journals is listen to music that 70s stuff. Okay, I go back and forth. It's like a mood thing for me. Denise says she's with you too, Elena. And I like I like some of the 50s, depending on what I guess they play different things during different days or different times. Um, Hi Debbie, how are you? Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Mwah! Debbie says hi, y'all. Um, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the music, but the 50s music. Sometimes it's really, really fun, but I'm like shocked when I listen to some of the lyrics. I think And then I think about my when I was younger, listening to the music I was listening to, and the elders that listened to the 50s, and they said, "Why isn't your music is horrible? It should be nice and wholesome like it was when we were growing up." Well, now I'm older, and I'm listening to that some of those lyrics in the 50s, and I don't know how wholesome those were. Better late than never. That's what I say. I think everybody would agree, Debbie. Angie says, "I'm weird. I listen to police interrogations while I do my art stuff." Like on a TV show, or was it a podcast? And Denise gets energy from music, 70s classical, and really hard rock. Oh my gosh. So, what is really hard rock, though? To you? I mean, everybody says something different. I do listen to a lot of the 70s. I listen to some 80s um, hard rock. I'm like, I don't know. It just depends on the mood. Sometimes I want like dancing music, and then sometimes I just want relaxing music on YouTube. Oh, okay, and it's like just real life. Like they're just like, "I said, brr." Once I'm gonna share a TMI story. I mean, do you guys want to hear a TMI story? A short one, I think. I don't know if I can make anything short, but my height. Avenged Sevenfold, Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park. Okay. I don't really know what the songs are, but now I'm gonna have to write that down so I don't forget. Cause I have to go look at that and see what kind of music is Denise listening to. Avenged Sevenfold. See, where's Ryan? She should have hung out a little bit longer. And Lincoln Park sounds familiar just because I think that my kids listen to that always. Okay, so when I was younger, I won't get into the specifics, but so I was considered. I guess technically, I would be considered a runaway. So I left home. I had lots of friends who had. I my growing up was very 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 poor, and I had a lot of friends who weren't. They were middle class and way above. And some not all kids were bad. I mean, we all have our bad moments, right? But I remember some of these kids were just so. Even at my age, I was able to see the entitlement that they had. I didn't really know the words for it then, but I just thought, mom and dad, like they love you so much, and they're doing all these things, but they were just so bratty and just like, and they would run away. They would run away. If they didn't get their way, they would run away, and they'd be gone for a night, worry their parents like crazy, and then they would go back home and then get what they wanted. And I thought, I would never do that. How do you do that? Like when people love you so much, like that's all I ever wanted in the whole world was just like a regular normal family. And I just wanted that sense of belonging. And I don't know how to explain it, but I just remember even as a young kid thinking that how could people do this? Like, why would you do that? So, and I always said, if I ever ran away, it would have to be something big, and I wouldn't ever call it running away. I would call it leaving home. And so, because if I made that decision, I and I was like 13 when I was talking like this. So if I ever made that decision, it would be a decision. It would be a life changing decision. So Debbie says that she says Angie, she loves true crime and watches the interrogations too. Isn't that funny? We are all so much alike in so many ways. I love it here. I just love it here. I just want to scoop you guys all out of this computer and like put you in my room for a minute. I think we could fit. I've moved enough stuff around where I think we could fit. But anyways, well, I can't make my long story short. I can't remember what I was talking about. I left home early, so I left home. I was 15. I just turned 15. I turned 15 in April, and I left home in June. And I didn't go back home. I mean, I went back after 2 years for a visit, and I don't remember last time the story. I have to go back here and read. Music. We were talking about music. Sorry, guys. If anybody remembers why I was going to tell you that story, you have to remind me. The struggle is real. I was talking about the music. Oh my gosh. I don't remember where I went. Let me take a drink of water and see if that helps my brain. If my husband's still upstairs, if he's still home, he's up there. He's probably shaking his head like, "There she goes." I also haven't eaten breakfast yet, so that could be something. I'm gonna listen to this video back. Your craft room is looking great. Thank you. It is. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get through all that material. So on those shelves, it's not just material on those shelves, but a lot of it is. It's hard because every time I would go to before where it's at now, I would try to go through it, and I have like all these bits and pieces, and I'm like, oh well, I gotta save these. It's big enough. It's big enough, and now and that's kind of how that kind of happened. Then I have these big giant sheets, and I keep wanting to rip them up, but I had no place to do it. So now I have a place to do it. I'm gonna get it downsized. I want a section of that one. I want one of those metal shelves to be for fabric and all my fabrics, and I want the other shelf for the majority of it. I want it to be used for things that I'm going to put in my store, whether it goes into the little Kofi store and or for giveaways. I want a place to house my stuff so I'm not like running around trying to find stuff. And if somebody wants something, I can be like, yeah, just go get that, package it up, and put it in the thing. Um, Andy says, Debbie, they are so unbelievably crazy. She usually ends up talking out loud like she's part of the team. That's the best way to do it. I do the same thing with whatever I'm doing. Thanks. It's Debbie um, says that she does that too, Angie. Oh my gosh. Does anybody at your house ever say, who you talking to? You talking to me? I still have a long ways to go. Like I decided I wasn't gonna like organize as I put things where they belong. I just thought those can be separate projects on their own. I just need to get everything where it belongs, and then I can kind of move through that section. The fabric's hard for me because I'm not very good. I've never have been very good at cutting and tearing things um, evenly. So I feel like if I just iron it, maybe I don't know, but if I just tear them bigger than whatever they're supposed to be a little bit, then would that work? I don't know. I know. I'm so happy to have all this space. I love it. I'm always down here. I sometimes think Jason regrets suggesting that I take over the basement, and then he, fixed it up for me because I'm always down here. But yesterday, my friend came over. I didn't even know somebody came over in the house. Came all the way through the house. I didn't know she was here until she was standing in front of me. I was sitting in my chair. I decided to sit down and watch a show and eat some chocolate, and because I was tired. And all of a sudden, she goes, ah! I didn't even know she was coming to my house. Anyways, I did a little scream. But it's big down here, and I have it blocked off. My husband came down. He came down and did something. I was like, oh, I went back upstairs. And I said, oh, I didn't even notice you did this. I had walked into the room and seen it done. They go, when did you do it? And he goes, well, just a few minutes ago. And I said, well, why didn't you say hi to me? And he goes, you weren't even down there. And I go, yeah, I was. I was sitting in my chair. He goes, oh, I can't see you over there. You're too short. Hi, Winoma. Guess what? You won. I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure. You won. Yep. There you are, my friend. How are you doing? Michelle, Mitch. I don't know. I don't know. I love both your names. I love the name Michelle. So, but I call you Mitch all the time because it shows up as Mitch. But I love that too. She told me to call her either one, so I just kind of switch back and forth. I think. And as I said earlier, better late than never. Welcome, welcome. Mwah. Ah, she's laughing at me or with me or at me. I don't know. It's okay. Both are fine. So Winoma says she's great. She can't believe that she won again. What? Really? I can believe it. You're like, I was saying earlier, I'm like, I'm pretty sure Winoma's like the luckiest person I've ever met. Bitch says, good to see you're smiling. Aw, thank you. I want to say the same. I'm sure you're smiling and I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm so excited. So Mitch, I just can't. I'm like every time I see something, I'm like I feel guilty. I feel bad. Like oh my gosh, somebody's doing something so nice for me. But at the same time, I'm like I'm so excited. I can barely contain myself. Aw, she's blushing. I have that effect. I make people blush all the time. Usually it's because of my awkward humor. I'm one of those kind of people when I'm in it when I feel like awkward in a situation. I'm not the quiet one. I'm the one that just keeps saying weird things until everybody just kind of nods their head and smiles and walks in a different direction. Except for my really close friends. They're just like, come here, let me get you out of here. So does everybody here do it? I know I asked this last time, but I honestly can't remember everything. If you decorate, if you are a tree setter upper and a decorator, have you got it done? I'm pretty sure. Andy goes, just imagine one day I'm going to have 10,000 friends and none of us will win. Oh, yes. I have my collection. I have you in my, I'm collecting my friends. I'm going to make my own little snow globe. Noah says she needs to buy a lottery tickets and go to the casino. Woo, that sounds fun. And Debbie says, I get my sister laughing so hard. She begs me to stop so I don't. I love that. Oh, no tree this year. Are you are you in your new place yet? Denise says she put up a 4 foot tree and called it done. My tree is in saran wraps. Oh, hi Sandra from Miami Beach. I bet it's freezing there right now, isn't it? Not yet. Well, I think about you every single day. You are you're not on my heart. You are in my heart, Debbie, my friend. I carry you with me every day. I wish I could come help you. Moving is a big task. Winova says she loves to set up trees and decorate, but she has too many irons in the fire this year. It's just been a crazy year. And Mitch says she buys a rosemary plant each. Oh, I love that. And then you give the plant to a friend. Oh, you're such a generous soul. Oh my gosh, I love that. And Denise, I got confused. She's like, "Hi, Sandra from Miami Beach." I'm like, "No, I'm not from Miami Beach." Oh, God help me. All right. Angie says her lights are up outside and the 2 foot tree is up and they're done. She gave their big one. They gave their big one to their daughter when she moved out years ago and never replaced it. I've done that. I actually just finally have the tall, skinny tree from a few years ago after not having one for so many years. Debbie L, most of my boxes are journal making crafts. That's the way it would be too. I'm like, if I was moving, I'm like, and I had someone help me. I was like, just go to the basement and just take that. That's it. Everything else, yeah, I can get a new bed. I don't need dishes. I don't cook. Denise says, "Sweet Mitch, great idea. It is so good." And Sandra says, "I wish it was freezing. Is it pretty? It's pretty warm then, I guess. Be careful what you wish for." Well, okay. She says, "Do so." Sandra says, "Do I want to trade places for a while?" Well, kind of. Yes and no. I would like to share places, and then we can hang out and craft and have fun. Washington, where I'm at, Washington. I think I've said before is it's like I describe it as half of it. You have split it in half. So you have the lush Washington and you have the dry Washington. I live in the dry Washington, so we have like desert type uh temperatures, like so it's dry. It's hot and dry and cold is dry, cold, it's bitter and sometimes we have moisture in the air when there's fog and but it's not like but it's dry. So like right now I have to have humidifiers in my house because it gets so dry in the house that my allergies go crazy, my eyes get super dry. My dog hair, not my dog hair, my dog's dog hair. I don't have any dog hair, but my dog's dog hair is like when I sleep even on the floor, like on the vinyl planks, like you can just see it, like it just kind of like moves all staticky. So I have to put the moisture in the air so that I can clean up better. Sounds gross, but I'm like, ah. Sandra says that sounds wonderful. Okay. Don't you wish we could really just make stuff like that happen? I really love that idea about the rosemary plant. What a sweet thing to do. I want to put lights up outside. My husband's not as handy as he is, and he's very handy that he could do it, but his heart's not in it. Like he doesn't want to be out in the freezing cold stringing up lights, and I want to do some stuff outside so bad. He doesn't want to do it, so I don't ask. I have to pick my wants and needs. Choose carefully. I told him I was going to put that outlet on in that new space, and he goes, "Hmm." I go, "I know how to do it." He goes, "Yeah, but you're probably shocked yourself." And I was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound fun." He came and did it uh, before I started the live. He came and put it on. I think he was afraid I was going to try and do it. Yes, put him up in July. How smart. That's exactly what I should do because there's places that I want to put them up and then I can just put them on. Yeah, their cords are there. I can set them up on timers. When you drive into our driveways, it's so dark. So we're rural and when you come in off the highway, it's this long drive, but it's so dark by the time you get around to where our house is. It's dark, dark. And I just like a little bit of light. Oh no, Deb says she turned Grinch, donated her tree and all the decorations, so she's tree free. I don't think that's Grinchy. I mean, unless you want to be Grinchy, I've done that. I've gotten rid of like, well, I gave it to the kids, but I just remember one year I was just like, I'm just done. Nobody's helping me, and I, as much as I liked it, I was kind of over the colors that I was doing anyways, and I had other things going on, but I just didn't want to do it by myself. So, like I said, like Jason's not into it, so he doesn't decorate the tree. He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't like. I put it up and everything. He would help me if I asked him to, but he wouldn't want to, and that takes the fun out of it. Hi, Jackie. I don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome, welcome. Denise, Grinch or practical? That's what she's asking you, Deb. Okay, well, I think Ryan is gone. Do you want to see how far I've gotten with that ornament for the kids? Let me know. I'll go grab it real quick and show you that before we head out of here. Yeah? Okay. Um, okay, I'm going to go grab it. Andy says, or get one of those house projectors that stick in the ground and run the extension cord. Oh, yeah. Actually, I think I have one. I don't know if it's only a Halloween one or if you can change it out, but I think I have one in my stash. I got at a yard sale. Be right back. All right. So, remember that? Do you remember the garland with the little gnomes? And they had the little faces on the front. They didn't have this bead garland. They just were like strung up by their hats on a thing. I took them all apart and pulled all those strings out, and then I took those from the Dollar Tree, those little wooden trees. So I decoupaged napkins, different napkins on both sides, and then I have a gold paint pen, and so I outlined. So what I was doing is I was outlining the sides right here, and I liked it. So then I took it and I outlined it on both sides. Still not knowing exactly what I'm going to do, but then I took the gnomes and I made the little garlands, and I sewed it with the embroidery thread. You can't really see. Whoops, sorry guys. Like, keep it still, Sandra. You can't see the thread, but I just made that little um, thing there. These trees have a hole in the star in the middle, so I put a jump ring in there and a jump ring in the other jump ring. And so this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Kind of. I still have a couple more finishing things. I think on the green where I painted it, I think I'm going to write on the back of them. I'm going to find a little paint pen that works. And then I'll write Merry Christmas and their name, so it's personalized to them. Um, Love, Opa, and Bella 2023. And then I'll put that on there. And then the front, I want to figure out how to put something. I'm going to make something that I might just have to glue it on there again that says wishing tree. So make a wish. Yeah, I don't know. It's simple. It's a pretty big thing to hang off your tree though. I, I don't know where they'll put it. Well, I can't say that, right? I don't know where it will go. But anyways, whatever. Thank you. Thank you. I hope they like them. I hope Ryan doesn't jump back up on here. She'll be like, "Oh, now I know." If she does, she'll just have to help me finish them. Oh, well, wait, she's coming after Christmas. I need to get them done before that. Never mind. Oh, Debbie, Jackie says she has a question if that's okay with you. Thank you, Elena, Mitch, Debbie, everybody, Denise. Aw. Did I get everybody? Thank you. Angie. Like coming off the little garland. Mitch, you could do a string garland with the words attached. I was going to actually put their names on it, but I'm making 32 of them. And then I thought, I don't know if I have the stamina for that. My daughter's on here, Alicia. Oh, she goes, hi. I see this. Hi from Oroville, Washington. And I'm like, what? Oh, oh my gosh. You guys would love her. This is my take no BS daughter off anyone. Oh, I love her. She's so beautiful inside and out. She has blessed me with 3 grandbabies. And her youngest one is going to be one this at the on December 31st. So all my friends are saying hi, Alicia. That's so funny. I didn't tell her. Did I? I didn't tell you. She didn't know I was going to be live. I'm live. Yes, Denise says grandchildren be still my heart. I know. I love grandkids. I love them so much. They all let me stay 10. Um, so Debbie, Jackie's question is, it's more like a funny request, like a challenge or a dare. If you're all right with it, it's easy. The request is take a deep breath and puff up your cheeks as big as you can. That's it. Take a deep breath and puff up your cheeks. Does that have a special meaning? I don't know. You have a 5 grand bunch, Debbie. Oh, I like to think they all love me, Denise. I think they do. My sweet little Alicia has my sweet little scrumptious muffin. Her sweet guy. I love him so much. I mean, I love them all so much, but I'm always like my scrumptious little muffin, my scrumptious little muffin. And one day he goes, I was leaving and he goes, Bella. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, I love you, scrumptious muffin. Aw, Deb says I must be the funnest grandmother ever. I don't know, Alicia. If you're still here, do the kids think I'm fun? She's probably like, yeah, when they see you. I know that's. Oh my gosh. So Alicia gave us three grandbabes. Brennan gave us him and his wife gave us 2. My daughter Danielle and she gave us 4. My son Chris. I don't know why I called him Chris. I named him Kristen, and that's what I call him. So my son Kristen and his ex Jamie, they gave us 4, and Ryan is part of that bunch. And then Kristen's my new daughter-in-law, who's with Kristen, Mandy, she has 3, so she gifted us. She brought 3 into the bunch, and 2 of them have a spouse and a baby. So that's where we get the great grands from. Oh, Alicia, she says yes, they love Bella. I love them so much. I'm working on some Christmas stuff for them right now. So were they watching this with you? They probably see what I made for Christmas. If Veda watches, it's okay. She won't know what's going on. A name drop. I wasn't supposed to. I know. That's why I'm so busy. And then I have I call it my grandnieces and my grandnephews. I have lots of littles. So I just I like to be present. I know that I get real consumed up in my craft room and being at home, being a homebody, but I really like to be present for the kids. I really do. So I have a couple that will every once in a while. They haven't done it in a long time, but they would FaceTime me, and I'm like, oh hi, and they're like, we want to craft with you. So I would just set my iPad up, and we could see each other, and we would just craft and talk. I guess that's kind of what a craft life is, but I can hear them talking, so we could talk. So I'm not typing and reading. Denise says, whoa, how blessed. I know. I love it. I do love it. Sandra says she has to go pick up her daughter, and then she hopes to have a great afternoon. Sending love, light, and prayers. And back to you, Sandra. Lots of love, light, and prayers, and happiness always. Mwah. Thank you for hanging out with us. Well, my friends, I want to know what your thoughts are on that craft live. Ryan said that she can help me, so we're going to try and figure out if she could help with the at least because she'll have to be able to even though she's several hours away from me, she'll have to be able to read comments. And I can even I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. But she said she would be willing to help, and then we can do a crafting together, and we could work on all our own projects. We don't have to work on the same thing, right? Please no, I'm not that good. So let me know what your thoughts are. Would you be interested? And even if you're not participating in it, just checking it out to see if you would be interested in it. I don't think you have to show your stuff. I think there's ways we can showcase things. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to learn. Denise says she loves the idea of crafting live. Winoma says in a west, since you are in since you are in the west and some of us are in Florida. Oh, we need to have a retreat somewhere in the middle country. Wouldn't that be fun? I'm like, I need 12 months notice. I gotta save. Elena says yes, craft live. Debbie says sounds like fun, but oh my gosh, that does. I wonder. You know what? Now I have to look that up now too. I wonder. There probably are places that have it all pre-set up. Denise agrees too. The retreat sounds fun, or how fun? But yes, I don't. I mean, that was just autocorrect. All right, so craft live. I'm gonna try and figure this out because I really want to do it. I think it would be really, really fun to really like live crafting with my friends. I definitely think this retreat thing sounds super fun, but it's definitely something to think about. I think enough of us are friends on here where it could happen. I know it does sound fun. And I think there's a place that she actually rents in her state that it's like it's all set up. Like she said the lady has like sewing machines and things like that there. I always wondered like what would I take? I mean, like I when I go visit the kids and stuff, I don't even take anything anymore because I'm always hanging out with the kids, with the little kids. When I say the kids, I mean my kids, grown. Um, and I end up not ever really playing with my stuff, so I quit taking it. But if I went to like a retreat, like what do you take? Like, do you just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear the same clothes every day. I just need extra underwear because the rest of my bags need craft supplies. I don't I don't know. How do you choose? Has anybody here been to like a retreat or an overnighter or something like that, or where you took stuff? Because I watched what Gail packed, and Gail packed a vehicle. Like, she did not pack a suitcase. She packed a vehicle. Oh, thanks, Winoma. She says she has a niece that goes to a retreat twice a year in Texas. My sister-in-law just moved to Texas. She's been wanting me to come out there. I'm like, I need to spend like the whole month of January there. Her weather is like she's posted something I think that said that she's got like 82-degree weather. That's kind of hot. Denise says we could coordinate the project. Underwear optional. I know like, I don't know, like what when it comes down to fitting things in suitcases. I mean, what's more important, glue? So she agrees with Denise. Oh my gosh, Debbie's laughing hard because she did it twice. Are you like rolling? When we were at Costco. I was like, I really need new socks. They'll keep my feet warm. And I was looking at them, and I thought, I just don't know. Do I want this pack or that pack? And my husband's like, well, just get them both. I'm like, do you see how much the socks are? I mean, I could buy glue. I could buy stickles. I could buy. I could go like these are socks. I only need three pairs. I leave the house 3 times a week for work. That's it. I only need 3 pairs of socks. Inside, outside, upside down. Denise says. All right. Anybody that has any insights on craft lives or has watched anybody that you like and you like the way they do them, if you have seen them or anything like that, feel free to send me who it is and I'll go check them out. Some of them I see, I'm like, I just pick pieces and parts of what how they work, how they do them, and what I think I could do and what I feel like would work. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's like, you just kind of do it. Just gotta jump in with both feet, just do it and see how it works out. Yes, yes, Angie, please. I feel like any woman that's over 50 understands this, and we all give each other grace. Like, I don't care. Just be careful where you're shutting drawers. Speaking from experience. When Nova says, I've been to a couple of retreats. She's been to a couple of retreats, both in the town that she lives in and a long weekend retreat that her daughter set up, and they were so much fun. Oh, they do sound fun. I've seen other people. I watch them go. I mean, I can't stop watching those either. I really do think they're so much fun. Oh, it's so hilarious. Yeah, there's a lot of secrets will be hanging out. That's for sure. All right, my friends. I think I'm gonna go. It is getting close to 12:30 on my time, and I have not had breakfast yet. I'm just so excited about this. I just was like, I just want to get other stuff done, and I wanted to go visit one of our neighbor friends. So I guess I'm like, I'm gonna go. One of my neighbor friends. So her husband, he has just some health stuff going on. They're elderly. He has some dementia and some other things going on. So she had to put him in a it's like a nursing home. It's a really nice. It's supposed to be a really nice one. It's like just a few, like I think 6 people are there. It's in a couple towns over from us, but we just wanted to go visit. She's so sweet and so nice and so generous, and so we just wanted to go over and visit her this morning. Before I was like, I want to go see, visit her and just, just check in, life's different, so moments matter. So, anyways, maybe I was surprised I actually got on here as easy as I did doing all that at the last minute. So Debbie says, I have not worn a bra in 10 years. Breast cancer survivor, boobless, LOL. Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations on survivorship and for being braless because those are exciting. And I will say that although my girls, I was happy to have them in my younger years because they served their purposes, there's no purpose for them now. I just have them in a prison with them. I am so glad you're a survivor. 10 years, that's huge. That is huge, my friend. Yes. I'm so glad you're here with us. Denise says, Conrad, Deb. She can walk the freezer department. I love it. Debbie says, I can walk the freezer department. Yeah. I always I always tease my daughter, or not my daughter, but whoever I'm with. I'm like, hold on, let me roll them up the right way and tuck them under so I can go with you. Oh, let me see. So, um, Denise says typo. Wait, did I miss something here? Oh, that was Conrad. So she can be a Conrad too, right? And then, but Denise says that was a typo. She said, "Congrats." Aw. All right. Well, I may have to go enroll my girls and go get something to eat. Groovy Chick Cat says Boobless reminded me of a friend who lost her arm in a car wreck. She designed the T-shirt for the benefit thrown by friends of her for her. The T-shirt said "unarmed and dangerous." Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's yes. There's so many different types of tragedy or tragic events that happen, but we can always find something to smile about if we look, right? Oh, I love it. Great attitude, she says. Love it. Oh my gosh. And I know this does not compare to real life because she's not real, but my mannequin Wanda, one of the things I said about her, it just made me think of that was that when I bought her at the thrift store, she didn't have any arms. And my daughter-in-law was with me and I was like, I have to have that mannequin. It's in the window. So I went and got it, shoved her in my car with me and my daughter-in-law. Anyways, I said, so I tell people, I'm like, oh, she's she's harmless. She's unarmed. So I love that. Unarmed and dangerous. You have a mannequin and she doesn't have hands? Oh my gosh. I do have the very bestest friends. I really do. And you're one of them. All right. I really am going to go. I have to go eat something before I fall over. I love you, my friends. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to get these what are they called? You know, the things that we won, the little packs. I'm going to get them all in their labeled with their addresses, and I'll get them sent out. And that should be going out tomorrow as well. Hopefully, I'm going to send my grandniece her new birthday thing with her candy, with a little letter in her letting her know that I ate her first batch. um, wait, but that's not how. Debbie L. She says she went to her first surgery telling the medical team her name and to make sure we were on the same page. I told them I was here for. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Aw, and thank you too, Denise. Oh my gosh, Groovy Chick Cat's laughing. Angie says, "Thanks, Sandra, for another great live. It was so fun. Thanks for the giveaway. You're welcome, and thank you. And I hope you feel better." Mitch says, "You wonderful ladies have a great day. I got to go watch Weather Channel. Oh, oh, the Weather Channel. Well, be safe, stay warm or cool or warm." Denise says it's fun. That's funny, Debbie. Oh my gosh, so funny. Bye, friends, from Angie. Have a great day and week. And Groovy Chicks Cat says, y'all have a great day. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye. Mwah. It's going to take me a minute to end the string, so I'd always forget where the button is. I'll just smile until it happens.